Shalom, Israel, where the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible, that so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians are the descendants of the ancient biblical Israelites. We are the Jews of ancestry. Our priests and officers shall all cover for priest and officer of Paratazah. And today is Brotherhood class. Let's clap it up. Tuesday Brotherhood class. Yeah. I'm Most High in Christ. All right. So today's topic is, how many of us have brotherhood? How many of us have brotherhood / friends, which is very important. You understand? Here in the Isupk of the Commander General Yohana, since 1969, we've been showing all Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indian brothers and sisters what brotherhood and sisterhood is all about. You understand? That's something that we are lacking within our community. That's something that's very detrimental also in our community, man. That's the only way we could survive as a people. You understand? Loving each other, loving your fellow brother as yourself, loving your fellow sister as yourself, man. We got to stop seeing ourselves as common enemies, which we are not. You understand? We are not enemies to one another. We are all in the same oppression. The Bible says, I'm paraphrasing, the Bible says that Judah and Israel are oppressed together. You understand? Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians, we are oppressed together. You understand? We are in the same predicament, you understand, for breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. And we got to stop hating one another. We have to stop disliking one another, you understand? And start coming together as a people. And that's very important, you understand? So we're going to go into the scriptures and show you why. Because the other nations, when you look at the other nations hate each other. You understand? Don't get it twisted. The so-called white man hate each other. The Africans hate each other. You understand? The Arabs hate each other. The East Indians, they hate each other. But they know what it is to stick together as a people, you understand? And that's why they're ruling. You understand? Because they have taken our records and they know if you stick together as a people, you understand, you could, you understand, you could be above. And that's what the Lord is trying to teach us here in these last days, that brotherhood is very essential, it's very important. You understand? And we must come together as a nation. In order to do that, we must start loving each other and showing brotherhood and sisterhood to each other. So we're going to get into these scriptures about friends and also brotherhood, right? So I'm going to read for you at the time being that we're going to go to Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 9. Shalom to all the brothers and sisters in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button. We got Rain, Water, Blackfoot, Shalom, sister. And we got Super Trooper Sha'af, brother. And I say, I hope to see you soon, brother. Most High in Christ. All right. Once again, please share these videos and hit the like button, if I may. All right. So we're going to go into it. Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 9. Ecclesiastes 4 and 9. It says, 2 are better than 1. You understand? Because they have a good reward for their labor. I'm going to read it again. 2 are better than 1. Because they have a good reward for their labor. Here in Isupk, we established what brotherhood is all about. 2 is better than 1. You understand? When you're by yourself, when you're lonely, you can't get things accomplished how you would when you have that faithful friend that's beside of you. You understand? You can move a mountain. Once you have that faithful friend on the side of you, you understand, that friend who show loyalty and dignity and respect towards you, you can move a goddamn mountain, man. You understand? You won't have to worry about that friend stabbing you in the back, sleeping with your wife, molesting your children. You understand? Talking down on you, talking behind your back. You could get things done with a good friend. You understand? You could get things done with a brotherhood. You understand? I gotta bring it up. You understand? I gotta bring it up. We got Super Trooper Sha'af, you understand, in the chat. You understand? Last week when we had our cookout, you understand, the hard work that brothers in the Isupk, you understand, Harlem, New York put in by assembling this cookout. You understand, all the equipment that we had to move back and forth, or getting the school in order. You know what I mean? That takes brotherhood, man. You understand? And a lot of us brothers have ailments and setbacks. You understand? But we forge through, man. And that's a beautiful thing too. It's better than one. You understand? Here at ISUPK, never think that you're alone, brother or sister. You are not alone. You understand? Whether it is demons, you understand, or in your mind, get counsel. You understand? You are not alone. Two is better than one. Seek counsel. You understand? First and foremost. Seek counsel first and foremost. You understand? The counselors here in the ISUPK, the generals, the captains, they are your friends. You understand? They are your brothers. While like the Christian church, man, you can't go to them, man. You can't go to them for your problems. You understand? You have a problem in your marriage. What's your pastor going to say? Oh, well, you know, you can divorce. You understand? Isn't that what Steve Harvey always say? You understand? For you simple sisters out there that want to listen to Steve Harvey, you understand? And take relationship advice from a man who left his first wife. You understand? To be with another woman, which is nothing wrong with that, having more than one woman. But you're supposed to love that. You're supposed to not throw away your wives. You understand what I'm saying? Sex is marriage. But back to the point. Only seek advice from righteous men. You understand? Which are your brothers? Which are your true friends? Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. Yeah, they have a good reward for their labor. Why? Because they get it done. You understand? You ever see a man that try to labor on his own? You understand? You can't manage a farm on your own, man. That's too much labor. You're not going to get the work done. You understand? Here in ISUPK, you understand? Rebuilding Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indian communities, man, that takes brotherhood. That takes sisterhood. You understand? Commander General Yohana, you understand? That's a man who been in the truth for many years. When many brothers drop their swords, he's seen many brothers drop their swords. You understand? And he's the only one from the old regime that's still here. And look at his fruit. You understand? Look at the ISUPK. You understand? Look at his fruit, his labor. We got schools all over the world. You understand? Brothers and sisters come from all walks of lifestyle. You understand? To come and serve the Lord. You understand? And we are here to help them. You understand? We are here to help Commander General Yohana. You understand? To build this nation. Brothers and sisters that's coming into the truth. You understand? No one man could do anything alone except he have a friend to do it. Verse 10. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. Because listen, man, we become weak sometimes, man. You understand? We become weak. Even if you want the truth, sometimes you become weak. You understand? And a brother or a sister is supposed to be at your side to lift you up. Who's going to lift you up? You understand? Who's going to lift you up? Your mother, your father? I'm talking about your biological mother, your biological father, your sister, your brother. You understand? The ones who are not in the truth? Nah, man. You understand? Your spiritual family, which is here in the ISUPK, we are the ones that will lift you up in a time of need. You understand? You feeling down? You feeling out the spirit? Sometimes you might be feeling negative. You understand? A negative demon might just be talking to your ear, man. All you gotta do is just, man, listen, man, pick up the phone and call a brother or a sister, man. And they will cheer and they will lift up your countenance, man. It happened to me plenty of times, man. Brother and sister will call me or will call the brother. You understand? And man, my countenance would get lifted up. You understand? But that's why we're here for each other, to lift each other up in a time of need, in a time of trouble. I'm gonna read that again. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. Because if you fall, man, listen, man, I'm going to pick you up. You understand? I'm going to pick you up off that ground, off that dust, Salakia.
It's the fastest you see me move in a minute. Oh.
Salakia, brothers and sisters. So as I was saying, a friend will lift you up in a time of need. You understand? In a time of your trouble. You ever go to a family member and they are nowhere to be found? You ever go to that friend that you thought that was your day one? You understand, your ace? You understand, your ace boom? That number one, that ride or die? And they're nowhere to be found, man. You understand? They're just nowhere to be found. You understand? How many times you always go out your way to make people happy, and in return you show no favor, no love? That's not how it works, brothers and sisters. Here in the Isupk, you understand, we gotta return the love double time towards each other. You understand? If I got it, you got it. You understand? If there's $1 in my pocket, guess what? You're gonna get 50 cents, man. We both gonna eat a 50-cent bag of chips because tonight we will not go hungry. That's what I'm talking about. You understand? I'm gonna give you half of my sandwich. I'm gonna make sure you okay, sister, because guess what? If I don't eat, if you don't eat, I'm not going to eat. You understand?
Right.
It's many a time. Hey, listen. It's many times. You understand? Where, listen, I would have. Well, not to put the focus, not to put the credit. You understand? Or you understand? Credit goes to the Most High in Christ. You understand? But when you have a little bit, man, you give according to what you have, man, so that you and that brother could be good. All right, you know how to work that?
Come.
All right, I'm in Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 10. Share up on the screen. Ecclesiastes 4 and 10. Oh, sorry, Christ. I gotta go to the share. Do you know how to share it?
Huh.
Oh, sorry, but can you go over to the left, that box?
More.
Right there. Most times now we're rocking and rolling, man. Shout out, yeah, man. Whew, shout out, man.
Traffic is crazy up there.
Hey, William, shalom. Rapaya Allah, shalom. Shalom to the brothers and sisters. All right. So we can start that from the top of the show.
Come, Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 10. Mm-hmm. For if they fall.
Or if they what?
For if they fall.
Or if they fall, because sometimes, man, your strength might get weak in the truth, man. You understand? You might get weak. You understand what I'm saying? You might become vulnerable. But who's here? Who will be there to lift you up? You understand? You can't go to your friend out in the world, man. You understand?
Right.
You can't go to your mother and your father. You understand? Because what? They don't say that. They don't share the same doctrine as you. They're in Christianity. So who are you going to turn to? You understand? In the time of need. You understand? When you got to be listened to. When you need counsel. You come straight to here in the Isupk to your brothers and your brothers. You know?
Come. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
The what?
The one will lift up his fellow.
Yeah, we're gonna lift you up, man. We're not gonna let you fall. You understand? We're not gonna let you fall into deep depression and anxiety. You understand? We're gonna help you, man. We're gonna help you cope with whatever you're dealing with. Because Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians, man, you understand? The president have never paid attention to our needs, man. You understand? The only thing they do is just work as slaves. Work as slaves until we pass away, and then we get replaced. You understand? Our people are traumatized. Our people need to be talked to. Our people need counseling. You understand the mental abuse we went through, the verbal abuse. You understand the violation abuse that we went through. Our mothers, you understand? Our fathers being on drugs. The trauma and the pain and the setback that we went through, man. You understand? We got to express our feelings towards one another.
Right.
And who's going to talk to us? Not your filthy, disgusting Christian church. Your pastor. You understand? When he's the one that's taking advantage of you and manipulating you. and try to have sex with you, Con.
If I may, sir, it's difficult being in the world to have somebody to lean on when everybody around us got demons on them and don't know it.
Thank you. That's heavy you brought that up. You know what I say? Because, listen, you know how many of our people go to what they call therapists, right? And they sit you on that couch, and the therapist tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what's on your mind. You know what I'm saying? And don't you gotta pay for that therapist? You probably paying hundreds of dollars each session. Right. Meanwhile, your therapist go home and he's smoking a blunt. You understand? He's a part of the LGBT community.
Right.
He's molesting kids. You understand? He's a filthy, disgusting sinner. So how can a therapist heal you? As the priest just said, when the people out there got demons. God.
For me, what you're saying is so heavy because if you're destroyed, how can I come to you to help fix me if you're destroyed like I am, if not worse?
Right.
And it's crazy because Jaguar Wright been doing these interviews, and Al B. Shore did an interview recently after he got out the hospital, and they asked him like, well, what do you feel about Jaguar Wright? And the stuff that she said about you as far as what happened with you getting your record deal, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And he said something so heavy and profound, but it was so simple. He said, all I could do is pray for the sister because hurt people hurt people.
Right.
And he's right, because hurt people hurt other people.
That's right.
Destroyed people destroy other people.
That's right.
Because all they know is destruction.
Right.
So how can we heal if all we know is the destruct? Unless they come here in the Isupk.
That's right.
Commander Jeremy Hunt.
Yeah, right. Man, that's heavy, man. Come.
Yeah.
Lead on.
Come. But whoa.
But what?
But whoa.
Well, we all know that woe means destruction, man. Lead on.
But woe to him that is alone when he falleth.
But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, man. Woe means destruction. You understand? And when you are alone, when you fall, that's destruction because now the demons is playing on your mind, man. You understand? You're all stressed. You understand? The demons are telling you to smoke that blunt. You understand? The demons is telling you to get that fifth of Bacardi and drink your pain away. You understand? The demons is telling you to sniff that line of coke. The demon is telling you to unalive yourself.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? When you fall into heavy, deep depression and you have no counsel of a righteous man, you have no righteous friends by your side, no righteous brothers and sisters, man, that's woe unto you, man, because who's going to lift you up? Nobody's calling on you. Nobody's checking on you. Nobody don't care because they out for themselves. And everybody's living a you only live once life. So who's going to lift you up? The Bible says destruction to be that against Slakia.
It says, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth.
But woe to him that is alone when he falleth. Man, who's going to pick you up off the ground? Mashallah.
Like Diddy right now, all alone.
Right.
Because he's taking people under with him.
That's right.
And my thing is, they talking about how Jay-Z's about to go to jail and how other artists are going to jail, but Diddy been low.
Right.
He ain't going to jail. My thing is that if Diddy doesn't go to jail, then they should let R. Kelly out.
Right. Right.
Period.
Damn.
Period.
That's heavy.
Because R. Kelly, though he's been accused, but not guilty of all the acts that they accused him of, not saying that he's right, but one sin ain't worse than the other, but his is, what's the word I want to say? He can be redeemed to the Lord.
Right.
But the stuff that Diddy's done though,
right.
Like Diddy, he's done it to old and young, men and women, like
right.
For all we know, could have been farm animals involved too. Like we don't know what kind of stuff Diddy been into at these parties.
Damn right.
You understand? And it's and it's crazy that they try to signal out and point and pick and choose who they want to invoke justice on and who they want to let go.
Right.
Which shows that there's somebody pulling the strings for the higher master.
That's right.
And that right there is a demon in itself.
That's right. Damn.
That's all I was going to say.
Damn right. Damn right. Read on.
Count. For he have not another to help him up.
Oh man, read that again.
Count. For he have not another to help him up.
For he have not another to help him up, man. He doesn't have somebody to help him up. Why? Because he's not an ISUPK.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? He's out there in the world. When you're out there in the world, it's every man for himself. Even if you might have a friend that you called a friend for years, you understand, give or take. You understand the situation. When you low, your friend might not be there for you. Just like how you was with your friend or their life.
Right.
You understand? Just look at the homeless brothers and sisters. You ever wonder, damn, you understand? Listen, over 125th Street, Harlem, you understand what I'm saying? It's right there, train station, 4 train. You understand? All brothers and sisters with no shoes on, no shirts. You understand? Starving, on drugs, leaning off of heroin.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? You ever wonder that? Well, damn, who are their parents? Do they have brothers or sisters to take them in? Or parents or friends? Nah, man, they ain't have none of that in their time of need. You understand? And I bet you, most likely, there was a friend when they was good. But this is the type of world we're living in, man. You understand? When your own friends would turn your back on you, your own family would turn your back on you. Christ spoke about that. Mashallah.
If I may, it's lonely at the top when you got that 30-room mansion, Rick Ross.
Yeah.
And nobody to fill it up.
That's
you got a whole family. Where's your mother?
Right.
You got this big mansion. Why you ain't put your mother in that mansion?
That's right.
Where's your father?
Right.
You understand? Like, why you ain't put your family up in that mansion? Why you still got them in the slums and barrios of Miami?
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, Jay-Z, why is your mother still in the project?
Exactly.
Why is your mother still in Marcy Project?
Right.
Got the same old apartment you grew up in, but you doing good.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, where is the compassion for your people?
Right.
Even if you in the world, even if you rich and famous, right? You off doing your own thing. Where's that small piece of compassion for those that helped you when you was down?
That's right.
You understand? Where's that little bit of compassion? You ain't got to sit there and give them millions, but help somebody up.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
We dealing with a society where it's about control, manipulation, and subjection. To have us subjected to their manipulation, to control us, to run like a battery.
Right. Right.
Under the thumb of the oppressor. Right.
Right. Right.
It's sickening that we got to watch these so-called rappers and famous artists and famous people go off and do great big things, but leave behind the same people that supported them in the first place when they was at the bottom.
Right.
When you at the bottom, you can't go nowhere but up.
That's right.
Where's that help at? Snoop Dogg been doing this thing for the longest. What? All right, you done did shows, you done did movies. What have you done for your people lately?
That's right.
Why you not doing food and clothing drives?
Right.
Jay-Z, you doing big deals. You done screwed over your own partners. We ain't got to ask you why you happy.
Right. Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Dame does, though.
Mm-hmm.
Dame does what he can for his people.
Right.
He's trying to help teach people how to be bosses and not employees.
That's right. Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
He's trying to help teach people and give them the tools that help them become bosses and work for themselves and not have to work for the oppressor.
Right.
You know, I respect people like that.
Right.
And you got other people that play in the cut. You know, they're not mainstream like that, but they do a little bit.
Right.
If they come into this ISUPK, they could do so much more though.
Damn right.
People like LL. And
Right.
I'm talking about people from right here in the city.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We got so many great artists, world-renowned artists that come out of New York City that could do for their people.
That's right.
You understand? You got Mos Def, you got Common, you got LL, you got MC Light. You know what I'm saying? You got so many people out here that could do for the community, and then they wonder why people in their own hood hate on them when they trying to be successful.
That's right.
You got people like Abiel. You got to understand. You was like a young King Von of Jersey City.
Mm.
You've been terrorizing and gangbanging and fighting life charges for years, doing bids. How you expect to have the hood under you if that's the type of life you lead?
Right.
Yeah, you're going to have the gangsters and the gold behind you, but what about the fans?
Right.
The people that actually value music? when you alone, you got nobody to help you up.
That's right.
You know, there's another precept where it says a friend will love you forever, but a brother is built for adversity.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that's one of my scriptures I'm going to go to.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to jump ahead. That's a lock here. You know, I got the spirit of the Lord with me. But it's just so heavy that you bring this topic out because who do we have? You know, if us in the ISUPK are always helping others, right?
Right.
You know, I had this conversation with a young lady. She's like, if everybody always leans on you, who you got to lean on?
Right.
Who you got to run to?
That's right.
I got my brothers.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It don't matter what time of day and night. I can call you and your phone gonna answer.
Absolutely.
I can call General Hazian, he gonna pick up.
That's right.
Groggy and everything, and we'll sit there on the phone for like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a brother in my call log got this UPK that I can't call that'll pick up that phone.
That's right. That's right.
You know? Because, you know, that's what we was taught. You know, once you become a priest and prophet of the Lord, you know, you ain't allowed to have a bad day.
Oh, no, man. You understand? You know what I'm saying? You want service 24/7, even in your sleep.
Right.
You understand? for a brother, and this is how serious it is, man. You understand?
Yeah.
That's heavy. Most High Christ. We could drop that. Let's go to John chapter 15, verse 13.
Okay.
I'm going to try to go into the story of King David and Uriah after a couple of more scriptures. Yeah, if I got trying to make the pace of time.
15 and 11?
John 15 and 13.
15 and 13.
Oh, sure.
I was close. You know, we be covering these over in Jersey, so you know.
God. Oh, let's start at the 12th verse.
The book of John, chapter 15, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
This is my commandment.
This is my commandment, man. Listen, man, this is Christ speaking. You understand? May I add, Christ is a black man who died for black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians.
That's right.
Christ showed the ultimate brotherhood, you understand, to his people. By putting his life on the line so that what? We can have a second life. You understand? That's brotherhood. You understand? That is extreme brotherhood. Read on.
That ye love one another.
Salaki, this is my commandment. So Christ, he's commanding our people. This is my commandment. This is coming out the words of the mouth of Christ. You understand? What color are these words? Red.
The letters is red, sir.
You understand? Red, which means that Christ is speaking. And he's giving us a commandment, which letting you know that Christ did not do away with the Lord's statutes and commandments. If he's giving us a commandment, how can he do away with the Most High's commandments?
Right.
You understand? Read on.
As I have loved you.
This is my commandment that ye love. Read that from the top. Verse 12.
This book of John, chapter 15, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
This is my commandment.
Read on.
That ye love one another as I have loved you.
That ye love one another as I have loved you. And that's a commandment of Christ. Christ showed his people mercy and compassion. You understand? Christ stopped and spoke to his people. He uplifted his people. You understand? Look what he did for the apostles. Many apostles, you understand, they were doubtful and worried and scared. You understand? But Christ gave them that assurity and that courage. Just like how a friend should do.
If I may, and this is part of the uphill battle that we struggle with when we're out there at camp, trying to teach the people this, because for one, they don't know what love really is.
Right.
So we have to educate them and teach them that one, love is an action.
That's right.
And secondly, us giving you these Lord statutes and commandments is us showing you that we love you.
That's right.
And we want to help you get off that ground, like you were speaking about with Job you're going to be bringing out.
That's right.
You know, and it's hard because, you know, being in the world, we get complacent.
Right.
You know, and this generation is crazy. Like, when I was growing up, our artist was talking about, like, in music, they was talking about how they used to sell the drugs.
Right.
Now these kids is talking about how they use the drugs.
Well, damn, that's heavy. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole situation with Rich Homie Quan. He didn't overdose. Go to find out. What happened was, you gotta remember, he still was about to testify against Young Thug. So they threw that smoke screen up. Somebody gave him a hot shot or something.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Don't look over here. Don't look to see what this hand doing. Look over this hand right here.
Right.
They doing misdirection. They don't want us to see what's really going on. They try to cover it up with one thing.
Right.
You know, because how they sit there trying to say he overdosed when he was just doing the interview, talking about how good he felt being clean.
Right.
Now all of a sudden he's getting high again.
Right.
I mean, I know a just man falls 7 times to get up 8, but for him being in the world, that's a great feat to overcome.
Right.
For him to overcome drug abuse.
That's right.
Being in the music industry.
Right.
When that's the agenda that they promote.
That's right.
You can't be successful unless you gang banging, catching charges, fighting for your life.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Right.
And it's heavy that you're bringing this out. We
Yeah.
have to teach our people what love really is.
Damn right.
And this right here is as much love as we can give you.
Right. Hardcore, man. Read that from the top up for sure. Verse 12.
Come, verse 12. This is my commandment,
Mm-hmm.
that ye love one another.
That he do what?
That ye love one another.
That he love one another. But as the priest was saying, you understand, we misinterpret what love is. What love is. Here in this captivity, you understand? We've been taught to what? Oh, love is what throwing your birthday. Or love is giving you presents on Thanksgiving.
Right.
I mean, it's like you on Christmas.
Right.
You understand? Oh, love is gathering together, you understand, on Thanksgiving Day. That's not what love is, man. You understand? Love is, and I'm going to get the scripture, man. Love is keeping the Lord's statutes and commandments of the Most High God.
That's right.
You understand? Because as I brought it out before, if I'm not sleeping with your wife, I'm loving you.
Right.
If I'm not selling you drugs, I'm loving you.
Right.
You understand? If I'm not scanning from you or covenanting what's in your house, I'm loving you. That's what love is.
That's right.
You understand? A man, both sides right. A man that's not molesting your children, that's loving you.
That's right.
You understand? Because listen, man, you break the law, statutes, commandments, you're not loving me. Read on.
Come. Verse 13. Greater love have no man than this.
Greater what?
Greater love have no man than this.
So greater love have no man than this. Read on.
That a man lay down his life for his friend.
That a man do what?
Lay down his life for his friend.
That a man laid down his life for his friend, man. Now, this friend is no ordinary friend, man. You understand? This friend that I'm going to lay down my life for, you understand? We have to be in one mind and one accord. We have to be in the same doctrine. We have to be, you understand, following these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because no way, you understand? How can I put this? We lay down our lives for our people.
Right.
I'm going to lay down my friend, you understand, my life down, if I see you in trouble, you understand, in a time of need. Read on.
Come. Ye are my friends.
Ye are what?
Ye are my friends.
This is Christ speaking, and he's saying, ye are my friends. Read on.
If ye do whatsoever I command you.
If ye do what?
If ye do whatsoever I command you.
If ye do so whatever, so I command you. I'm going to lay down my life for you. You follow the Lord's statutes, commandments of the Lord, I'm going to lay down my life for you, man. You understand? That's more than what your mother or your father, you understand, or your cousins or your brothers and sisters could ever do for you. You understand? Because in a time of need, guess what? They're going to be nowhere to be found, man.
Right.
Why? Because our people suffer from selfishness, which we
right.
which we learned from the oppressor, which we learned from the other nations, man. That's not a characteristic of Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians to be selfish, to be hateful, to be unmerciful, to be uncompassionate and unforgiving, and not long-suffering for one another. Where did we learn these traits from, man? We learned these traits from our oppressor. And in return, now we're oppressing our own each other with these traits.
Right.
You think I'm lying? You understand? Try riding a bus in the Bronx 7 in the morning. How much love you gonna? Hey, listen. Hey, you understand? You be lucky if you get off the bus without even arguing with another brother or sister, man. I spoke last week about the tensity of our people. When we get around each other, we're so tense. You understand? We're so uptight with one another. We're so nervous when we come around one another. Why is that, man? The oppressor made us feel like that. Why? Because the oppressor divided us. And more so, the Christian church divided us. Christianity divided us. Religion divided us.
Right.
Gangs divided us. Drugs divided us. Any more of that?
That was verse 14.
All right, drop that. Proverbs chapter 27, verse. You know what? Let's go to the story of David and Uriah.
Okay.
We're gonna prove what a friend and what a brother is, according to the Bible. Let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 11, verse 1. If I don't get into the story, time will run out. No one
time runs fast when you're having a good time.
Damn right.
You said 2 Samuel.
Especially with a brother.
Right. Hey, like I said before, friends will love you for life, but brothers just go for verses.
Damn right.
And that's synonymous with sisterhood as well.
God.
We gotta also let our sisters know that they're not excluded from anything that we talk about when we teach these laws.
Not at all, man. You understand? Brotherhood is synonymous with what? Sisterhood. Mm-hmm. You understand? I always say, man, they go together hand in hand. You understand? Like man and woman. You understand? We cannot talk about the brotherhood without the sisters being involved, man. You understand?
Which chapter and verse?
Okay. We're going to 2 Samuel chapter 11, verse 1.
Okay. All right. So book of 2 Samuel chapter 11, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And it came to pass, after the year was expired, at the time when kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him and all Israel. And they destroyed the children of Ammon.
Read on.
And besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem. And it came to pass, and in the evening tide, that David arose from off his bed.
That David what?
Arose from off his bed.
All right, now, brothers and sisters, I want you to paint this picture in your head. You understand? When we read these scriptures, we gotta put ourselves in it as if we're there. Just like how when you watch a movie, you understand it captures you as if you were there with the actors in the moment. This is how you gotta read the Bible, right? So King David, you understand, and his servant Joab, they just had a battle with Ammon. You understand? The battle was won. All right. Now read verse 2 again.
Okay. And it came to pass in the evening tide that David arose from off his bed.
That David what?
Arose from off his bed.
Now David arose from off his bed, man. You understand now? Men, when you rise from off your bed early in the morning, you understand, and you get that good stretch. I'm not trying to be explicit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You young bulls out there, you know what I'm saying? You men of valor out there, you understand? You get off that bed, you get just a nice stretch. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you healthy, you understand? Read on. But this is King David. Read on.
And walked upon the roof of the king's house.
And walked upon what?
And walked upon the roof of the king's house.
Read on.
And from the roof he saw a woman.
He got that good stretch. You understand? And he walked upon the roof and he saw what?
He saw a woman washing herself.
Oh man, wait a minute. What is this? You understand what I'm saying? He saw a woman washing herself. Read on.
And the woman was very beautiful to look upon.
And the what?
And the woman was very beautiful to look upon.
And now, man, King David, he rose off that bed, got himself a good stretch. He saw a woman that was washing herself. She was naked, washing herself, minding her own business. They didn't even know King David was watching. She was very beautiful in the eyes of King David. Read on.
Okay. And David sent and inquired after the woman.
So David said, man, nah, I gotta know who this woman is, man. Who's this woman? So he went. You understand? They got some people to inquire after her. Who is she? Who she belong to? Do she have a husband? Read on.
Come. And one said, is not the Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, and the wife.
The what?
The wife.
The what?
The wife.
The what?
The wife.
The wife. Oh. So now this messenger is breaking down to King David. Listen, man. She's married. She has a husband. Read on.
The wife of David, the Hittite.
Hold on. You'll read that again.
Come. It is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite.
Wife of who?
The wife of Uriah.
Read on.
The Hittite.
The Hittite. You understand? Now we all know that Hittites are not Africans. Uriah is not an African. You understand? You could come from the land of the other nations and not be that nation. Just like how I was born here in America, I'm not American. I'm an Israelite. You understand? I'm not so-called African American. I'm from the tribe of Judah. So Uriah, he's an Israelite, but he's from the land of the Hittites. Read on.
Verse
4. Let's go up the verses when we start.
Verse 4. And David sent messengers and took her.
And David did what?
Sent messengers and took her.
So after David hearing that this woman Bathsheba, you understand, she's the wife of Uriah the Hittite. King David sent messengers to do what?
To take her.
Read on.
And she came in unto him.
And she did what?
And she came in unto him.
Read on.
And he lay with her.
And he did what?
And he lay with her.
And he laid with her. What does lay mean? Lay means sex. He has sex with Bathsheba. You understand? King David did what? What law did King David break?
King David fornicated.
He fornicated. You understand? Fornication, which means what? An unlawful sex act. You understand? Now, I want you to give me the commandment that he broke. It's it's from one of the 10 commandments that the churches don't keep, that your filthy, disgusting Christian pastor don't keep.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Right. Thou shalt not commit adultery. You understand? King David, he committed adultery after learning that Bathsheba was the wife of Uriah the Hittite. Read on.
Come. For she was purified with her uncleanliness, and she returned unto her house.
For she was purified from her uncleanness, and she returned unto her house. So you understand? After the law, the law is when you have sex with a woman, with the exchanging of the bodily fluids, you would be unclean. You understand? So she tarried at King David's court. You understand? Until she was clean in the evening. And then she went back to her own house, which is whose house? Uriah's house. Read on.
Verse 5. And the woman conceived.
And a woman did what?
And the woman conceived.
Oh man, this sounds like a damn Maury Povich show right here.
Come.
You understand what I'm saying? Oh, now she got pregnant. She conceived. Read on.
Come. And sent and told David and said, I am with child.
I am with what?
I am with child.
She told David, you're the baby daddy. You're the father. I'm with child, David. Read on.
Verse 6. And David said to Joab, saying, send me Uriah the Hittite.
Send me who?
Send me Uriah the Hittite.
So Joab, you understand, he's a soldier for King David. You understand? Joab, you understand, he takes King David's orders. You understand? He's like you would say like a general.
Right.
You understand? Joab, he's like King David's right-hand man when it comes to battle. He's the messenger. Read that again.
Okay. And David said to Joab, saying, send me Uriah the Hittite.
Read on.
And Joab sent Uriah to David.
And Joab sent Uriah to David. Read on.
Verse 7. And when Uriah was come unto him, David demanded of him how Joab did, and how the people did, and how the war prospered.
Right. And when Uriah was come unto him, David demanded of him how Joab did, and how the people did, and how the war prospered. So how the war went down. You understand how the people reacted. Read on.
Verse 8. And David said to Uriah, Go down to thy house and wash thy feet. And Uriah departed out of the king's house.
Now hold on. Read verse 8 again. Let's read this slow. Read on.
Verse 8. And David said to Uriah, Go down to thy house.
So David said, Go down to your house. Read on.
And wash thy feet.
And wash thy feet. Relax. Bathe. Read on.
And Uriah departed out of the king's house. And there followed him a mess of meat from the king.
And there followed him a mess of meat from the king. Read on.
Verse 9. For Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants of his lord.
That's powerful. You understand? King David, he gave Uriah a commandment. You understand? To go to your house and wash your feet. But what did Uriah do? Read that verse 9 again.
Verse 9. But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants.
With what?
All the servants.
With who?
All the servants.
With all his servants, man. He said, nah, man, I'm going to stay here. You understand? At the king's house with all the servants. You understand? He wasn't a selfish brother. He stayed on the side, you understand, of his brothers, the servants of King David. Read on.
And went not down to his house.
And went not down to who? Where?
To his house.
And he didn't go to his house, man. He said, nah, man, nah. You understand? I'm a servant. I'm gonna stick it out with my fellow brethren. I'm not gonna go down and wash my feet. You understand? And eat a good meal. You understand? Where King David's servants are still standing guard. I'm gonna stand guard with them. Read on.
Verse 10. And when they had told David, saying, Uriah went not down unto his house, David said unto Uriah, Comest thou not from thy journey? When then didst thou not go down unto thine house?
Read on.
Verse 11.
So King David is asking Uriah, hey, listen, man, I gave an order to go down to your house, man, to wash your feet, to get a good meal. How come you didn't go? Read on.
Verse 11. Mm-hmm. And Uriah said unto David, The ark and Israel and Judah abide in tents, and my lord Joab.
And my who?
And my lord Joab.
And my lord Joab. Read on.
And the servants of my lord,
read on,
are encamped in the open field.
Are encamped in what?
Are encamped in the open field.
Are encamped in the open field. You understand? They're surrounded by danger. You understand? There's no way Uriah wanted to go and leave his brothers. He wasn't a selfish brother like that. This is what you would call a friend. You understand? A friend who would not leave your side. Even though if a friend said, you know what, go home, man, relax, man, I'll catch you later. Nah, man, I'm going to chill here with you all night. You understand?
Right.
This is what Uriah is displaying. He's displaying true friendship and true brotherhood to King David. Now, we all know what King David just did to Uriah. Mm-hmm. Uriah doesn't know yet. You understand? But Uriah is showing ultimate brotherhood and friendship to King David. Read on.
God. Shall I go then into my house to eat and to drink and to lie with my wife?
And to do what?
And to lie with my wife?
Oh man, read on.
As thou livest and as thy soul liveth, I will not do this thing.
I will not do this thing, man. Listen, man, as long as I'm on guard, I'm a servant. I'm gonna stay. You understand? I'm gonna continue my office and being a servant and being a soldier. You understand? Please don't send me off to my house. Don't send me off to my Damn, he's even rejecting his woman. Nah, man, I'm not gonna go to my woman house. I'm not gonna go to lay with my woman. I'm not gonna go to feast. You understand? I'm gonna stand 10 toes down with my brothers. You know?
Right. Verse 12. And David said to Uriah, tarry here today also, and tomorrow I will let thee depart.
You know?
So Uriah abode in Jerusalem that day and tomorrow.
You know?
Verse 13. And when David had called him, he did eat and drink before him.
And when David called him, he did eat and drink before him. You understand? So Uriah, you understand, he did eat and drink. You understand? He's in the presence with David. So he's gonna eat and drink. It's not like Uriah is going off to his house to eat and drink. He would rather eat and drink in the presence of the king rather than depart from King David.
Right.
To depart from his Lord and his servants.
Right.
Read on.
Come. So Uriah abode in Jerusalem in the day and tomorrow. And when David had called him, he did eat and drink before him.
He did eat and drink before him. So Uriah, he ate and drank before King David. Read on.
And he made him drunk.
And he did what?
He made him drunk.
Oh, man. And King David made Uriah drunk. Read on.
And at even he went out to lie on his bed with the servants of his Lord, but he went not down to his house.
Nah, listen to that, man. You understand? Even in Uriah drunkenness, you understand, which he didn't get drunk on his own. King David made him drink. He did what? Read that again.
Come.
This is what a faithful friend is all about. This is what brotherhood is all about. A brother who would never leave your side. A friend who would never leave your side. Read verse 13 again.
Come. And when David had called him, he did eat and drink before him, and he made him drunk. And at even he went out to lie on his bed with the servants of his Lord.
And at even he went out to lie on his bed with the servants of his Lord. Read on.
And went not down to his house.
But went not down to his house, even in his drunkenness. You know what I'm saying? He ain't go home and relax and sleep the drunkenness off to sober up. He went down to the quarters with the rest of the soldiers, his servants, and lied with them. Read on.
Come. Verse 14. And it came to pass in the morning that David wrote a letter to Joab and sent it by the hand of Uriah.
Read on.
And he wrote in the letter saying, set ye Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle.
Oh man, read that again. So now King David, man, listen, man. Is King David in the right spirit? Is King David showing brotherhood right now? No, he's not. You understand what I'm saying? No, he's not. You understand? Now he's about to set up Uriah, man. Read that again. Verse 15.
Sorry.
No.
And he wrote in the letter saying, set ye Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle.
Hey, listen, I'm going to give you an order, man. And on the letter, this is what the order is. Set Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle. You know what that is talking about? Isn't that what the oppressor do to Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians in the armies and the navies and the Marines?
Yeah.
You understand? They set us out in the forefront. You understand? So that we can what? Get underlined first.
Mm-hmm.
They don't put us in the back. They don't put us in the middle. You understand? And they do that. Why? Because they know we are the Lord's chosen people. You understand? We are the Lord's chosen people. So they're going to put us in the forefront. You understand? They're going to save the oppressors. They're going to save all the other nations that's in the armies, the Marines. They're going to put us in the hottest battle so that we can get unalive first. So this is what King David is doing to Uriah. He's sending a letter to Joab, and the letter is saying to put Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle. Read on.
And retire ye from him.
And what?
And retire ye from him.
Read on.
That he may be smitten.
That he may be what?
That he may be smitten.
That he may be smitten. Read on.
And die.
And die. That he may be struck and die. Smitten means to be hit. You understand? To be wounded. That he may be smitten and die. Man, listen, what the hell did Uriah do to King David for Uriah to receive this kind of to receive this kind of what's the word? Dealing. What did Uriah ever do to King David to receive this type of treatment? Priest.
Unfortunately, Uriah didn't do anything but have a beautiful wife to come home to that unfortunately King David set his eyes upon and transgressed against his brother.
Right. Uriah did nothing to King David, man. Matter of fact, Uriah only showed brotherhood to David. You understand? He was offered to go home to wash his feet, to have a good meal. You understand? To lie with his woman, to take it easy, man. Just go home and relax. And Uriah was like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not departing from you, King David. I'm not departing from the servants. You understand? I'm not departing from my brothers. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to sleep all night with my brothers. I'm not going to go home. You understand? Meanwhile, when my brothers is out on the field, you understand? I'm not going to go home and relax. That's a selfish thing to do. Uriah had done nothing to King David for him to deserve this treatment. And not only that, but King David shouldn't be treating nobody like this. We shouldn't be treating no man like this.
Right.
Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians, we should be treating no man like this.
In a sense, that's kind of hypocritical for David to be acting like this because wasn't this frowned upon when Solomon did it to him? Almost looked like a repetitive cycle of stubbornness. See, the only difference is Solomon got jealous of David of his accolades of the battlefield and he got jealous of his courageousness and bravery in battle.
Right. Are you talking about Saul?
Yeah.
Saul, you said Solomon, you mean Saul.
Saul.
Yeah, you can't.
Saul got jealous of David.
Right.
And David got jealous of Uriah.
Right.
And instead of thinking about his brother, where you can have hundreds of women at your feet.
That's right.
Why do you set eyes on this woman that belongs to a man?
That's right.
And she's not going to turn down the king.
Right.
Even though she knows it's wrong.
Whoa, say that again.
She's not going to turn down the king.
She's not going to turn down the king, man. So in essence, man, you understand? She wasn't a faithful wife. You know what I'm saying? We could call her a whore.
Well,
Salakia.
Well, if I may, these women they F up, not down. They lay up, not down. So, unfortunately, you look at it. Her husband is a renowned soldier in that army for the Lord, but at the same time, it's the king. It's the king over the land.
Right. You understand? She committed adultery.
Right.
You understand? They both committed adultery. You understand? By biblical law, both of them shall be put to death.
It's her pride as a sister. She could have told the king no.
Right.
Did she really love her husband?
That's right.
That brings these women in today's society into question.
Right.
Oh, I've been married to this woman for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. She loved me. She ain't going nowhere.
Right.
She not going to leave me.
Right.
Little do he know, she probably left him like 8 years ago and still came back to him.
That's heavy you brought that out, man, because on the topic that I'm talking about, you understand, on brotherhood and friends, you understand, it goes both ways, just like how you said. You understand, sisters are included too. You understand, you had sisters, you might have that man, he might get laid off, he might be going through some hard times, man, can't pay the rent on time, can't pay the bills. You understand, what are you going to do? You're not going to lift him up in a time of need? You understand? You're going to go across the street and sleep with Mr. Johnson because he has the, you understand, he has a nice car? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This goes hand in hand.
Okay.
Read on.
Okay. And he wrote the letter saying,
what verse?
Verse 15. In the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 11, verse 15.
Right.
And he wrote in the letter saying, set ye Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle.
Listen, man, put Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle, man. You understand what I'm saying? Put him in the very front line of battle. Read on.
And retire ye from him.
And go from there. Read on.
That he may be smitten and die.
That he may be what?
Smitten and die.
Read on.
And it came to pass, when Joab observed the city, that he assigned Uriah into a place where he knew that valiant men were.
So now, man, Joab is in it as much as King David. So now he's setting Uriah up, you understand, in the perfect position for him to what? To be smitten. Read on.
Verse 17. And the men of the city went out and fought with Joab. And there fell some of the people of the servants of David.
And there fell some of the people of the servants of David. So some of King David, some soldiers, you understand, they died. Read on during the battle. Read on.
And Uriah the Hittite died also.
And who?
Uriah the Hittite died also.
And who?
Uriah the Hittite died also.
And Uriah the Hittite died also. Uriah was an Israelite. You understand? He was a faithful servant to King David. He was a friend. He never left David's side or his servants. Read on.
Verse 18. Then Joab sent and told David all the things concerning the war.
So now Joab, he went back to King David, you understand, and he gave him a report of the battle. You understand? He told him that Uriah, you understand, he was smitten and he died. Read on.
Right. Verse 19. And charged the messenger, saying, when thou hast made an end of telling the matters of the war unto the king. Verse 20. And if so, be that the king's wrath arise, and he say unto thee, wherefore approached ye so nigh unto the city, when ye did fight? When ye not that day would shoot from the wall?
Read on. Verse
21. Who smote Abimelech, the son of Jerubbesheth? Did not a woman cast a piece of a milestone upon him from the wall?
Read on.
That he died in the best? Why went ye nigh the wall? Then say thou, thy servant Uriah the Hittite is dead also?
Read on.
Verse 22. So the messenger went and came and showed David all that Joab had sent him for. And the messenger said unto David, surely, this is verse 23, sorry. And the messenger said unto David, surely the men prevailed against us, and came out unto us into the field, and we were upon them even unto the entering of the gate. Verse 24. And the shooter shot from off the wall upon thy servants, and some of the king's servants be dead, and thy servant Uriah the Hittite is dead also.
And what?
And thy servant Uriah the Hittite is dead also.
Read on.
Verse 25. Then King David said unto the messenger, thus shalt thou say unto Joab, let not this thing displease thee, for the sword devoureth one as well as another. Make thy battle more stronger against the city, and overthrow it, and encourage thou him. Verse 26. And when the wife of Uriah heard that Uriah her husband was dead, she mourned for her husband.
She mourned for who?
She mourned for her husband.
She mourned for her husband. Read on.
Verse 27. And when the mourning was past, David sent and fetched her to the house, and she became his wife, and bare him a son. But the thing that David had done displeased the Lord.
It did what?
Displeased the Lord.
Yeah, it displeased the Lord, man. You understand? Listen, the Most High didn't allow David to get away with what he did to Uriah. All right, for time's sake, you can read that on your own. You understand? The Most High punished David for that, right? Let's drop that. Let's go back to the scriptures. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus, you know how to get there, right? You have to go all the way.
Oh, I know. You want to go to my favorite chapter, Let's
No, scroll down all the way down to the bottom of this page.
no. Yeah.
We're going to go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 6. We're going to start at verse 7.
Yeah, I got you.
No, Ash, no. Go back to the go back to the Bible school. Go all the way down. The mouse? No. Get up there. Go all the way down. See the mouse? Yeah, go down. Down. All the way down. Down. Now, see where it says the powerful over that side? All the way to the left, right there. Now you go, yeah, right, no sign of place. Yeah.
Okay, I see. All right,
Ecclesiasticus chapter.
That's my pocket for right here on my phone. In the backup.
Ecclesiasticus 6 and
You know, I like. If I may, I got a precept.
come.
Since we in this chapter, since we in this book.
Let's go there.
All right, we're gonna go to the book of Ecclesiastes, and this is a perfect example of what Uriah's wife did. All right.
What scripture is that?
We're gonna go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 25, verse 21. Right?
Oh man.
This is what King David. This is where he failed as a brother. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 25, verse 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman. See, when King David woke up out of bed and he arose and did that good stretch and walked upon the roof and gazed upon, Uriah's wife washing herself.
Right.
He stumbled upon her beauty, and this is what began transgressing against the Most High.
Right.
This is where it started. Right. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure.
Right.
And that's exactly what he did. He stumbled at her beauty and desired her for pleasure. He sent the messenger to inquire about her. And once he found out she was already belonged to her brother, this is where the sin continues.
That's right.
The transgression continues.
That's right.
Now he took upon her and took her into his own. I know there's more precepts in this chapter, but I don't want to take away from what you want.
I know, swear. You sure? I mean, listen, man.
Because it's heavy because, it talks about a woman's countenance.
Right.
In verse 22, it says, a woman, if she maintains her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. If it wasn't for David, if it wasn't for Uriah being such an outstanding brother,
right,
by wanting to stay with the servants and stay with the king, there's no telling what could have happened if he went and found out his wife was with child and things of that nature, and found out that she transgressed against him.
Right.
And that in itself made her a wicked woman.
Right.
In verse 19 it says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman.
That's right. Right.
With the portion of a sinner, King David, fall upon her.
Right.
That's why I said the scriptures is so heavy.
That's heavy, man. Most High Christ.
I'm looking at verse 18. It says, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth, it shall sigh bitterly. Before he could hear it, sitting at the feet with the servants, the king sent him away. Right. To his untimely demise.
That's right.
That's why I said, these scriptures are so heavy sometimes,
Yeah, I'm right.
All right.
Let's go to that's Most High Christ bringing that up.
Wow.
Ecclesiastes chapter 6, and we're going to start at verse 7.
I'm still an embryo in this truth. I'm still just learning these scriptures.
Most High Christ. Listen, I'm in it too, brother.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. Make sure that's the right one. All right, still loading.
Ecclesiasticus.
It was still the 25.
Oh no, Ecclesiasticus 6.
6 and 7 are 20 with the load out.
6 and 7.
That way with the load up.
Oh, what you mean? Press it.
There we go. All right.
Which one? All right, no sweat.
All right. So book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6, verse 7. If thou wouldest
Hold on, let me show you something. Go to the Bible. Go to the Bible.
Uh-huh.
Read it like that because it's still on there. That's more easy.
Oh, okay. All right. That's right. So book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
If thou wouldest get a friend,
if thou wouldest get a friend, read on.
Prove him first.
Do what?
Prove him first.
Yeah, man. If you're gonna get a friend, you gotta prove him first, man. Don't be too hasty. You understand? And credit somebody. Oh, that's my friend. You know what's heavy? Hey, oh man. You know what's heavy about the scripture?
Mm-hmm.
Read that again, because I'm gonna break it down to you. Read that again.
If thou wouldest get a friend.
If thou wouldest get a friend, because everybody needs a friend. Everybody needs a friend to help you in a time of need. You understand? To lift you up, to cheer you up. You understand? Read on.
Prove him first.
Do what?
Prove him first.
This is the commandment. When you get a friend, prove him first. Don't you know? I was Shamar at the cookout, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this Jake, this brother out in the world, he was sitting on the bench right next to where I was doing Shamar. And he's talking out loud, so I'm hearing his conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying how these group of men try to attack him and was saying, listen, man, you know that friend that you with? Don't you know that friend, you understand? He likes to assault children. That man, he has a record of committing murder. Why are you hanging with this friend? Mm. So these group of men wanted to hurt this brother.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't know where all this animosity was coming from these other group of men. Come to find out that this other dude who he calls a friend, he has a history of committing crimes.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So the Bible is correct when it says when you get a friend, you gotta prove him.
Right.
You just can't call a man a friend. You gotta try him out. You understand? You gotta take time with this friendship.
Mm-hmm.
See what he's all about. See, you know what I'm saying? See his background. Because you don't know who you may befriend. You befriend somebody wrong and he's gonna get you in trouble.
Come.
Read on.
Come. Prove him first. And be not hasty to credit him.
Salaki, just like here and I should be K, you understand? We prove these troopers. You understand? Right, Trooper Shafwan? That's my man, you understand what I'm saying? We try these troopers, man. We try them. We give them orders. We see if they can follow orders. Read on.
Come. For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
For what?
For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
Yeah, you ever had that friend who's only there for you when you got the liquor? You understand? When you got the smoke?
Right.
It's a lock-in.
No, you're right.
You understand what I'm saying? He's there every Friday when you at the check cash in place to cash your check. It seems like this brother, you understand, he's always there when you got some type of substance to share.
It's heavy you bring this out. All right, it's a good example, but I'm a genuine brother because I'm in a trooper. I know what it is.
Right.
I have people that because I do Uber,
right.
But I got people that I take off at too.
Right.
And there's one person, I don't know what he is, so I'm very tentative with how I talk to him and how I carry him as a person.
Right.
But I'm still genuine and I'm honest.
Right.
Now, if he calls me when he wants me to take him, to go party and whatever, I'll drop more. If he'll call me when he's ready, I'll pick him up, take him to another place and his friends or whatever. Cool, no sweat. Now, I'm in it for business because he give me $40 every time he get in my car.
Right.
Whether going to or from. You know what I mean? Both ways. So I make a good buck 20 off of my neck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very cordial. I'm calm, but at the same time, I can't help but be, being a priest and a prophet. So I still give him facts from a biblical standpoint. I give him life lessons and I see how he carries himself out in the street, and I check him and I correct him, and I show him like, this is what you do, this is what you don't do, this is how you move, this is how you don't move.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got no choice. I have to.
Right.
I show love because he's paying me. So. Right. He's paying for the love, but at the same time, I'm giving him free game.
That's right.
And it's heavy that you bring this out, but like the scriptures say, you got to prove him first.
Right.
And this is what I was trying to teach him. Like, don't be so quick to just be so talkative to people when you're in these spots.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he had called me to pick him up one night, and brothers was checking his temperature.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he up in the spot, they don't know him and his boy from Can of Paint. They ain't never been there before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They look like police, so they checking him. So he called me like, "Where you at? How far are you?" I'm like, "I'm on my way. I'm coming." As soon as I get there, all that changed. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody even walking there because I'm in there. But this is why I explain things to him, like, even though we grown men, this is something that you probably don't know.
Right.
So I'm gonna give you this free information. Take it and choose how you choose, but this is how you want to move when you want to hang out during these nights and during these times, especially if you're in Jersey City.
Right.
Same thing applies if you in New York.
Right.
You're in Times Square, but recording. I just picked up a young lady the other night, like night before last, and she got assaulted and robbed right there in Times Square before she got back to Hoboken. Mm-hmm. I picked her up from Hoboken. I was like, "Hey, you enjoyed your day?" She broke down crying. I'm like, "What happened?" And that's what she told me, the situation or whatever. So, I said, "All right, I got you, no sweat." Bought her a couple shots. I'm like, "Just relax, don't worry, I got you. I'm everybody's favorite Uber driver." You know what I'm saying? And I consult the Hispanic sister or whatever.
Right.
And got her to a destination, and she was grateful. I got a whole mind off of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Good, but that's what you do.
Right.
You prove yourself.
Right.
You show that works.
Right.
Like, I don't try to be people's friend. If they consider me a friend, cool, no sweat. But this is just me being me, period.
Right.
Because of me having these core values, being in the street.
Right.
Because being in the world,
you would have
took everybody got a little phony in them.
Right. That's hard.
And I got that precept because we didn't get to it. If you want from time's sake, I got it right here.
Which one is that?
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
A friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. Yeah, I know it's in your notes.
Most high Christ. Read that again.
Come. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 17. Uh-huh. A friend loveth at all times.
A friend what?
A friend loveth at all times. And a brother is born for adversity.
And a brother is born for adversity. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to have but few brothers who's going to actually really be there for you. You understand? In your pain and your suffering. You understand? In your time of need. When you down, when you were low at your lowest, and you have nowhere to turn to, man. Your family members turned your backs on you. Mm-hmm. Your own brothers and sisters turned their backs on you. Even your own children don't even want you.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? Where you want to go to, man? You want to go to that friend, man, who's always been down with you, always had your back. Y'all been eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and tap water.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? This is what iron sharpens iron. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? A brother who has your back, a brother who went through the struggle, who knows how, you understand, who knows what you're going through. Read that again, Brother Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and verse 7.
Verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
Do what?
Prove him first.
You gotta prove him first, man. Listen, man, this is as just as important, you understand, as a man courting a woman. You understand? When when a man and a woman is courting each other, they're proving each other. You understand? To see if they're worthy to become husband and wife. That's why here in Isupk we got that 6 month to a year courtship rule. You know what I'm saying? That's proving that you could be a husband. That's proving that you could be a wife.
Right.
You understand? So it's just as important as a man proving a friend. You understand? Same as a sister proving, you understand, a friendship of another sister.
Right.
Read on. Oh, you got something to say?
And also this also goes according to when you're courting a sister or being courted by a brother. You know, this is why, like you said, this is why we have that 6 month to year rule, because this is the time where you shed yourself in the world, you get rooted in the truth, and you prove yourself.
Right.
You prove yourself worthy to be a rib. You prove yourself worthy to be her outer ones.
Right.
You know, and this is why we have structure and order in place. Right. I mean, honestly, I know I'm in the right place.
Damn right.
Because honestly, I don't know where I'd be at this point right now if I was still in the world.
That's
right. To be honest with you.
That's heavy you brought that out, because you know what I'm saying? Even like when we tell the young men to dress in all black for 90 days, you understand? That's them proving themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? The shedding themselves of the world. Dressing all black, showing that you got discipline. You understand? Not everybody could do that.
Right.
Dressing all black, you understand what I'm saying? That's why we hard on brothers. Listen, man, all black is all black. We don't want to see you with a white Nike sign. We don't want to see you with a white Nike or Fila logo on your. Nah, man. You understand? You're not qualified.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And that's heavy, because only the Isupk under Commander General Yohana, we teach brothers and sisters how to be disciplined.
Right.
Read on about Bishop.
Come. And be not hasty to credit him.
And be not what?
And be not hasty to credit him.
Yeah, don't be so hasty, man. Hasty means to haste, to be quick, to be fast. Don't be so quick to be like, oh yeah, man, that's my friend. Meanwhile, you know, your friend could live a goddamn alternative life, man. Your friend could be a goddamn committing all sorts of crime that you don't even know about.
God.
That friend could be a wanted man, just like how I was explaining when I was doing Shabbat at the cookout. You understand? This poor brother, you understand? He didn't understand why these group of men wanted to attack him, all because of the company that he kept.
Right.
And you know what the brother said? He said, man, I feel, you know what I'm saying? And the brother even said, not to be exposing his business, you understand?
Right.
But what he said is what we're reading right now.
Right.
What he's going through is what we're reading right now. And he even said out his own mouth, he said, listen, because he was talking to somebody on the phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was saying, man, I felt like I let myself down.
Yeah.
I didn't know who this man was. You understand? I brought this man around my children, around my wife. Yeah, brothers and sisters, you got to be careful out there who you call a friend. Now, you got to prove a friend. God.
Like you was bringing out earlier, see, being in the world and being destroyed, they think, oh, that's my friend because he gave me a discount on some weed.
Oh no.
Oh, that's my friend because he looked me out in the bodega on the cigarette.
Right.
You know what I mean? On a couple of Lucy's. That's my friend. Like I had a rib in the world that talked like that. Right. She was always talking about, oh, my friend this and my friend that, and I used to check the dog mess that up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Stop calling these people your friends. They ain't your friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I told her, like, all that stuff you doing right now, that gotta stop. That vape, man, that weed, all that gotta stop.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you're dealing with me, you can't be doing that.
Right.
You know, I had to fight tooth and nail for certain things at some point. But after a while, I started getting her to watch a class. But you know, you can't. The Lord is a funny thing, because the Lord is going to do one or two things. The Lord is either going to bring people closer to you or remove them from your life.
Right.
Because we deal with subtraction over here.
Right. Right.
So it's a glorious thing, because that's why I know I'm in the right place, because the Most High removed so many people from my life that I had to realize didn't belong there.
Right.
Which goes back to this precept. You got to prove him first.
Right.
I used to just take people on like, hey, that's my friend. Just because they was being nice, not knowing that they were just using me.
That's right. What you bringing out is so heavy, because we just read the story about David and Uriah. Mm-hmm. You understand? David was like, yo, Uriah, go home, wash your feet. You understand? Eat, you know what I'm saying? Here's a good feast. Listen, bro, go to your wife. Lay with your wife. Have a good night rest. All of that might sound like, oh yeah, he cares for me. Yeah, this is my friend. But all the time, King David, you understand, he was plotting on Uriah to have him unalived. slept with his woman. You know?
Come. For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
Read that again.
For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
For some man is a friend for his own occasion. What is that talking about? That this particular man, he's only going to be there because it benefits him. You understand what I'm saying? You win a lotto, you're gonna have cousins and uncles who you never know about,
right?
And calling you. You understand? Oh yeah, you my brother. You my brother's son. You my cousin's brother's friend's son. Yeah, we go way back. Nah, man. You understand? Some men is only there for their own occasion. You understand? To only partake of what they can get, what benefits them, what they can get out of it.
Right.
Read on.
Come. And will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
And will not what?
And will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
It will not abide in the day of your trouble. You understand? They're not going to be with you in your time of trouble. There's no, you know what I'm saying? She's nowhere to be found. You understand, sister? She is nowhere to be found. You understand? You were sisters with her. You understand? You showed her. You know what I'm saying? Gave her. You know what I'm saying? Gave her the clothes off your back. You know what I'm saying? Gave her a shelter. You know what I'm saying? You was a sister to her. And then the time when you're in need, she's nowhere to be found, man. Read on.
Okay. And there is a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach.
Read that again. So it's like what verse is that?
Verse 9.
Read that again.
And there is a friend who, being turned to enmity.
And there's a friend who, being turned to enmity
and strife.
You understand? You ever had that friend? You understand? And things is not going their way. Now they have envy and strife towards you. And now they want to expose you. You understand? They want to put you down. Read on.
And strife will discover thy reproach.
Read on.
Verse 10. Again, some friend is a companion at the table.
Again, some friend is a companion at the table, man. They're you know what? They sit at you. They sit at the table with you. You understand what I'm saying? You saw that movie New Jack City. Mm-hmm. You understand when Nino was at the table? You understand they all companions with you. But anything that goes down, guess what, man? They're gonna turn their back against you, man. They're gonna act like they never knew you. Read on.
And will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
It will not what?
And will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
It will not continue with you in the day of your affliction. You understand? You in trouble, you in need. Oh man, let you get into some trouble, man. They're gonna act like they never knew you, man. They're gonna start snitching on you. Oh right. Yeah, man, he lives in on Johnson Avenue, apartment 2B. You know what I'm saying? At 6 o'clock, you come to them around 6 o'clock. They're gonna start snitching and telling on you, telling all your business. And you're gonna be like, well, goddamn, man, we was, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't we friends? Wasn't we kicking it at the club? Wasn't we drinking the champagne and, you know what I'm saying, and spending money and living lavish? Read on.
Okay. Verse 11. But in thy prosperity.
But in that what?
But in thy prosperity.
But in thy prosperity, you understand? In your prosperity meaning what? You understand? In the goals that you achieve. The goals that you achieve. You understand? You're achieving goals. You got some type of wealth, some type of fame. Read on.
He will be as thyself.
He will be what?
He will be as thyself.
Oh, he's gonna be like you. You know what I'm saying? As if, you know what I'm saying? As if he achieved. As he achieved the goal, as if it was him. Read on.
Come. And will be bold over thy servant.
And will be what?
Bold over thy servant.
And it will be bold over your servants. Now, you know what movie that comes to mind when I read this scripture?
Which one?
Let's read that from the top.
Okay.
We all know this. This movie, we all know this hood movie I'm about to name, but after he reads this, after the priest reads this scripture, read that scripture again, call it out.
I'm about to. Talk about Hoodlum?
Huh?
Talk about Hoodlum with Lord.
No, not that one. I'm gonna break it down. Ecclesiasticus chapter what? 6 and what?
Chapter 6, verse 11.
Read on.
But in thy prosperity.
But in thy what?
But in thy prosperity.
But in thy prosperity, you the man now. You understand? You the man now. You getting all the money. You getting all the fame and the riches now. You understand? Everybody fear you. Everybody look up to you and come to you. Read on.
He will be as thyself.
He will be what?
He will be as thyself.
He will be as thyself. You understand? Now in his mind, you understand? You're him. You understand? Because what? That's you know your friends. So what now? Your riches is my riches. I'm feeding off for you. Read on.
And will be bold over thy servants.
And he will be what?
And he will be bold and will be bold over thy servants.
And he will be bold over thy servants. You know what movie this reminds me of? Paid in Full.
Yeah.
Rico. Yeah. Remember that scene? With
him and Rich got into it the whole way?
No. What was the main character, my man?
Ace.
Remember when Rico and Ace, they was like at the club, you know what I'm saying? And remember the light-skinned brother who tried to put on Ace? Yeah. He came back looking for work?
Yeah, oh yeah.
To make it more simple, you see how Rico was so protective of Ace?
Uh-huh.
That's him. That's him being bold over his servants. You understand what I'm saying? Remember how he called the guy you Kermit, you know, you what was Kermit looking dude looking, you know what I'm saying? That's being bold over your servants.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know?
Verse 12. If thou be brought low.
If thou be what?
If thou be brought low.
Oh man, and let's say, you understand, you lose your job. You lose your good paying job, you understand, and your wife wants you out the house. If you be brought low. You know what I'm saying? This happens so many. Hey, listen, the 60s, the 70s was a hard time for Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians, man. You understand what I'm saying? Which brought the 80s are full of what? Drug dealers. You understand what I'm saying? I'm looking at that damn BMF. Hey, listen, the struggle that our brothers and sisters have to go through. You understand? To get some food on the table?
Yeah.
To get some damn food on the table, the measures that we went through, the crimes of the oppressor we have to go through. This is all in this scripture right here. Read that again.
It's book of Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiastes, chapter 6, verse 12. If thou be brought low.
Now you're not the man anymore. You're not in the spotlight anymore. You understand? Is P. Diddy brought low? Yes, P. Diddy is low. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's looking to party and celebrate with P. Diddy. P. Diddy is nowhere to be found.
Right.
You understand? Nobody's checking up on P. Diddy. You understand? When you be brought low. You know what I'm saying? We don't even have to bring it on the scale of P. Diddy, man. This is just talking about, listen, man, the average brother or sister in the neighborhood, man.
Right.
You know how many sisters lose their jobs and be brought down low? Can't take care of their children. You know what I'm saying? Moms and pops is calling all types of child services on their daughters to come get these children away from them when they're being brought down low.
Right.
The circumstances that we got to go through. Listen, man, if you don't have a job here in America, man, you damn nearly dying to shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You're brought down low. Nobody's going to help you out. And if somebody's helping you out, guess what? They're going to be tired of helping you out unless that's a true friend. And that's very, very hard to find. You know?
He will be against thee.
He will be what?
He will be against thee.
But before, he was as bold as a servant. He was like thyself. And he was bold over your servants. But now he's what? He's against thee. Read on.
And will hide himself from thy face.
And will do what?
Hide thyself from thy face.
He's nowhere to be found. He's nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? He done forgot about all the good times. All the good times when you was able to get. But now he's gonna hide your face. He's gonna hide his face against you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where were you in the time of my need when I was down? You didn't help me up off the ground. You didn't give me courage. You didn't cheer me up. You wasn't there for me when I was in pain, when I was in loneliness. Read on.
God, verse 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies.
Separate what?
Separate thyself from thine enemies.
Separate thyself from thine enemies. You understand? Because we can have enemies too amongst our people.
Right.
You understand? This is not talking about the oppressor. How I know this is not talking about the oppressor? Because you're not supposed to be making friends with the oppressor. I don't consider a so-called white man or African or Arab or Chinese or East Indian my friend. So when the Bible's talking about a friend, it's talking about your fellow neighborhood, a black, Hispanic, or Native North American Indian man or woman. But the Bible says, what? Separate from your enemies, because guess what? You understand? You will have enemies out there amongst your people. And the Bible says, what? Separate yourself from amongst your enemies. Read on.
And take heed of thy friends.
And you gotta take heed to your friends, man. Take heed to the ones that's who's gonna correct you, who's gonna check you. You understand? Who's gonna be there for you? Who's gonna counsel you in your time of need? You understand? Or take you to counsel because you're going to hell off. That's what real love is about. You understand? Not seeing your brother go off, not seeing your brother or sister sin or go down. Right? That's my time with that. I'm gonna pass the class over. Salakia. I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer Isupk Harlem. Let's clap it up. Are we still live? Or you want to read the announcements? We still live? Huh? No, I'll read the announcements. We still live? All right. Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After 6 months of a brother or sister, after this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10 in the Hebrew, ma'ashua. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund free offering for priest not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, which will be the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets.
That's right.
Damn right. Any upcoming high holy day, feast day, Isupk function, be sure to look on the back of your bulletin board for further updates. Or go to isupk.com, which is our website. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing or a boot, shirt, pants, headband, scarf, and with that, men of Israel, Amadim, which means to stand. Men of Israel. Amadim, which means to stand, men of Israel. Amadim Shabbat. Amadim Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barak.
That's your baton, which means hands down, class dismissed.